Today's an exciting day for all of us, especially FIU baseball. FIU baseball has a rich and very successful tradition, and that's one that we think that today we're going to announce our new head coach, and he's going to take us to even a higher level. And because there's high expectations here for FIU baseball, and this is a great day for our community, for the university. But most importantly, almost 2 weeks ago, we started on this journey, national search for a head baseball coach. And the one thing that I promised our players, that we were going to get them the best possible coach out there. And today, without a doubt, I am 100% confident that we've been able to do that. Because at the end of the day, this is all about our players. And they've had a lot of success here. We got a lot of seniors coming back. So we're very excited for them, for the alumni of FIU, who there's a lot of successful alumni that have played baseball here throughout the years. And I am sure and have no doubt that our new head coach will get him back into the fold. And we're excited about that too. But without further ado, today is about our new head baseball coach. And I like to introduce Mervyl Melendez.
Exciting, exciting. It is indeed a pleasure. And I'm humble and to have this great opportunity to lead FIU baseball program to where it needs to be nationally. This journey started for me many years ago. 20 years ago, I became a baseball coach, thinking that one day I would be here. You start with the idea that you not only want to be successful, but you want to get to a place that you can call home. This is one of the few jobs that I looked at as one day it could be mine. One day I could be there. One day I can call FIU home. And this day has arrived. It arrived today for me, for my family. I just want to say thank you to Pete Garcia. Thank you for this great opportunity. Dr. Rosenberg, thank you for this great opportunity. Everyone that was involved in the process of hiring the next baseball coach here was great. I enjoyed myself. I had a blast during the interview process. For a lot of people, it's not fun. For a lot of people, it's about impressing. For me, it was about being myself and telling everyone what I intended to do at FIU as a head coach. And it's not only that, but it's honoring the ones that have been here in the past, the people that have worn this uniform, the people that have sweated out there for FIU baseball, for all the Panthers in the world. For me, I take great honor, I take great pride into leading this program. I have a responsibility. I have a responsibility to the administration. I have a responsibility to the alumni. I have a responsibility to our players, because our players right now will become the most important aspect of baseball and to FIU in my life. So to me, it's about representing what we stand for. My family is important to me. They're here. I'm blessed to have a supporting cast. And without my family and God, I don't think I would be here today. So wife's got to be very understanding. And we know that, right? They have to understand the life of a baseball coach. The life that we live is recruiting, is being on the field early, and going home late. So for that, I say thank you to my wife, Aixa. I'm honored that she's here in this press conference with me and MJ and Jaden. Thank you for all the sacrifices that you guys have put up with, being a family of a coach. But I just want to say thank you. We have a lot of support, and I can see here the excitement. I can see here that you folks want baseball to be relevant here. One thing that I will do, and we're not promising victories, we're not promising championships here. What I will promise you is that I will dedicate my life to FIU baseball, that I will be here before anybody else gets here, that I will leave after everybody else gets here, that I will wear my uniform with a lot of pride, that I would represent you, the past, and the future with a lot of dignity. That I can promise you. And I'm not here to talk about anybody else, but what we have in front of us is special. And I would have not taken this job if I didn't believe that this job, that baseball belongs at the national stage. It's what we make of it that is going to take us to the future. So thank you for being here. Thank you for honoring this day. This day is not about me. And Pete, thank you for saying that it's about me, but it's not about me. It's about all the players that have sacrificed their time here. Because what my job is to represent them, to take the load off of them, and to put it on me so that they can go out there and perform in the classroom and perform on the field. So thank you for that. Honored to be here once again, humbled to be a part of the FIU Panther family, and I promise you that I will make you proud and I will work my butt off to get us where we need to be.
Coach, just coming here to Miami, knowing the area, and you know the area pretty well, what's that feeling like to know that you have a chance to coach here at this program?
One, the excitement comes in the players that are here in Miami. Let me just start with that. I think that the talent level here is unlimited. In fact, I have always recruited from this area. This is the area that we're going to target first. We got to stay home. And the reason why we're going to target here first is because we have great players from this area that need to stay here, that need to stay in this area, not on the other side of Miami. So we are going to target our players first, our area first. And we're going to make sure that FIU is on top of their list. We know that the job at hand is going to be difficult. We know that we have to recruit against the bigger boys, but we're ready to do so. I wouldn't have not taken this job, and I would have not been as excited to take this job if I didn't believe that FIU offers the same opportunity that every other university, big or bad or Power 5 or not, that we can offer the same things. And I'm excited about bringing that talent, bringing those players that are talented, that have gone somewhere else, out of state, out of the area, and bring them back here home. So they can play in front of their parents, they can play in front of the crowd, and they can be excited about playing in their home turf.
Did you talk to Mark Howley when making the decision? So honestly,
We're very good friends. We're very good friends. I'll go farther, if I may. In this baseball community, there's no secrets. As you know, you probably knew what was happening and who was going to be hired probably a couple of days ago. I have no idea how, but you'll find that out very quickly. So there's no secrets. When we went to regionals this past year and we met in Tallahassee, we talked probably 45 minutes prior to the game. We're very, very close, very good friends. And I talked about this job with him, knowing that he has been here. And one thing that he said to me, he said, Mervyl, I think that you would do a great job there if the opportunity presents itself. So we talked about the past, we talked about the present, and we also talked about what it could be in the future. So he had part in probably getting me a little bit more excited about the job. And like I said, we're very close. We're very good friends, and a lot of the advice that he gave me actually played a part.
what kind of stuff about baseball do you envision bringing to the program? What kind of style should we expect to play from your
That's a very good question. Now, if I tell you that, then I'm going to be telling everybody else my philosophy. Are you scouting for somebody? We just got to make sure. Here's my philosophy. I'm very aggressive when it comes down to playing the game of baseball. Sometimes my coach will say, Coach, can you hold him at third base for a little bit? Let us get something going. But to me, you got to put pressure on the defense a little bit, okay? I'm also one that likes, little power in the lineup. As it was evident, if you see our stats, we had 60-plus home runs this past year, and I like the guys that have a little bit of power. But I think, and it's cliche, I think the game starts with pitching and with defense. So we're going to be extremely solid, especially up the middle. That's what I believe in. We gotta put a lot of money into the middle of the defense side and pitching. But offensively, I like to hit a little bit. We'll steal some bases, but we got to score a lot of runs. So you're going to see a good brand of baseball. It's going to be exciting. I believe in our product. I believe that we win games at practice, not just in games. And I believe that excitement should be brought to practice and games. And, I'm very detailed. I'm not about just the result. I'm about the process. How do we get there? So as I talked to our strength and conditioning coach this morning, I'm going to support him 100% because I think what you do off the field also impacts what you do on the field.
Conference players, one of your big strong points at Alabama State. How do you transfer that kind of confidence you say was a tough conference?
That's an outstanding question. What I believe in is playing well on weekends. We go out with the mindset that we have to play well and we have to win on weekends. We want to win midweek. That's awesome. That's important. But when it's all said and done, you got to win in your league to be able to go far, to go to the tournament. So we put a lot of concentration in weekends. And if you see what has happened over the last 3 or 4 years, we've concentrated a lot on weekends, and we have beaten some people that supposedly we should have not. But we concentrate on winning games on the weekends, and we do whatever it takes to go out and win. And we put our better guys on the mound, of course, like everybody else does. But we talk about winning games on the weekend, and not only that, but staying one game at a time. See, I'm not one that is going to say, hey, we got to win 3 games. We got to win the game on Friday before we go to Saturday. And then on Saturday, we got to win before we go to Sunday. So we're going to take it one game at a time, but we're going to concentrate on our league first, and then we concentrate on everybody else. But our league is actually the most important part of our season is league play.
What's the biggest difference from where you came and being here? What do you think the biggest difference is going to be for you?
I get to wear shorts all the time. Those jackets, honey, that we have, you can leave them home. We don't need them anymore. Besides being the obvious, besides being in some sort of paradise, I believe, recruiting is going to be crucial and it's exciting. That's going to be a difference. Of course, we're going to be challenged with playing in Conference USA. We know the tradition. We know the teams that are the powerhouse. And you can add one there to the mix, which is going to be FIU. So it's baseball. When it comes down to it, it's baseball, and it's all about the process. So even though it's a different league for me, even though we're going to play sort of different teams midweek, I'm familiar with every single team in the state of Florida. Played them for 12 years as a head coach, 3 as an assistant when I was a Bethune. But when it comes down to it, it's about winning on weekends, and we are going to be ready to win on weekends. So regardless who you play, you got to win, and you got to be good in your league. As I stated before, got to be good in your league.
How long did you connect with Alumni?
My first year, we didn't have any alumni games. We didn't have any alumni involvement. My very, very first year, we established an alumni game. I thought it was important for me to understand that I wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the players and the alum that were before me. So it is extremely important, not just a pass, but it's important for me to engage with the alumni and engage here. And that's one thing that we are going to do from the beginning. I want, and I hope that we're on, right? I hope that everybody's watching. I want the alumni to be part of our program. Every single one, from 1973 when we started, and I see Dave, and I appreciate you. We had breakfast together, but I want everyone to be involved in what we do here at FIU. I want everyone to be proud of what we have accomplished and we will accomplish. That's part of me. That's who I am. I'm a people's person. I want to be able to interact with everyone that has been here, and I want them when they show up with the blue and gold to be proud. So not just the ones that I play, but everyone in the community. It's just important. It's just part of it, and that's how we're going to get the support. And when we have a tie game in the 10th inning, I want all those alums to get up and cheer us on so we can win ball games. If we have 10 fans and we're not excited and we don't have the crowd going wild, we haven't accomplished our job. So my job is to get involved, but once again, I have to be the face. I have to be the face. I got to go out there and I got to be inviting, and I have to make sure that the former players and the alumni understand that this is their home. It is their home.
Coach, how much excitement is there in college baseball, especially with your opportunity now that a non-traditional team in Coastal Carolina is playing for a national championship right now? How much excitement does that add to you to know that to win or to get to your ultimate goal, you don't have to be at that quote-unquote Power 5 level?
It's not just now. We can see this coming, and we saw it 5 years ago when Stony Brook went to the College World Series. And if you remember, Stony Brook, if I'm not mistaken, played here the regional at Miami. So there was excitement back then. Now, I'm not trying to compare us to anybody because we're going to have our own identity. But if across the street they can win, I think we can win too. What makes us different? So the excitement goes in the vision that you have. And it's good to have that vision, but we got to concentrate on league play. The only way that we get to postseason is by doing well in our league. And that's our concentration level. Our job and my goal is to stay at top of our conference every single year. And if we do that, I think we're going to do extremely well, go past that. But it is exciting, but I saw this coming. I knew that in college baseball, there's a lot of parity, and Coastal Carolina has been good for a long time. But So has Kent State has been in the College World Series, and Stony Brook, as I mentioned before, Louisiana Lafayette. There's a lot of teams that are going to be good, and I think that, you know, hopefully you'll see some blue and gold in there too. It is my pleasure indeed to accept this job, and I vow to represent you guys. I vow to represent everyone that has worn the uniform of FIU, and I promise you one thing that I can do and I can promise is that I will devote my time and my efforts to making FIU baseball into the best program that we can make it and to be recognized nationally year in and year out. So thank you for this great opportunity. I love to stand here and answer any other questions. So if you have more questions, please feel free to ask them. If not, we'll catch up later on. So thank you once again. It is my pleasure to be here, and thank you for showing up.